1,000 different things. Look, I can't even. Let me out of it. Fuck. Especially the inventory. Fuck. Now let's see here. And I'm lost. Well, I'm lost, everyone. I know I knew this is what I need to go. Shit. I found it.
Can't believe we got into this mess. Would you be quiet? Trying to make out the grab jump calculations before we're out of range.
Are you fucking serious?
Range of what? Out of range of the sensor array on Vectera. Would you keep up? Once we're outside the star system, the bandwidth goes from instant speed to effectively never. What good is sending a transmission down there? You gonna tell Lynn how royally screwed we both are? She doesn't even have a ship. You underestimate how many of my admirers there are in the galaxy. One of them is bound to show up, looking to reunite with this handsome face. We're doomed. Capital D doomed. Got it, okay. Whoever finds this, I'm attaching the interstellar coordinates to the metadata on the transmission. Rescue us. Repeat. Rescue us.
I'm gonna guess it's inside the ship.
All right, Captain. Where are we headed next?
Just here for a chat?
I don't know.
You look well.
This is fucking okay. Looks like I have to look something up. This is stupid. I mean, I didn't have to do this before, but like some of the directions, it's how big the ginormous the game is. You can't actually know exactly where the fuck to go, and it's fucking annoying. You be fucking kidding me.
You've given the fleet a lot of trouble, Barrett. Hey, since when is surviving being attacked causing trouble? Isn't that just fighting back? Hey, pilot, could you move your arm a little bit to the left? I can't make out the console.
Don't move. He's trying to figure out our destination. Probably transmitting this conversation right now while we're still in orbit.
Well, yeah. Thought I was making that pretty obvious. Okay, put the gun down. I'm done. See? My retinas are pointing away from the console and towards this lovely view of space we have out the window.
Tie him up. Once we get back to the base, the fun starts.
Good to see you.
Thank fuck I can just hit, you know, like what tells me it says to go here. Is it course? And then, yeah. A new solar system in general. Interesting. Oh, fuck. This place is a disaster.
Excuse me. Do you have a minute? I'm a scientist. I could use some help with my research. Hello there.
Okay, hold on.
Thank you for responding to my hail. It's been a long time since I had company. I'm Dr. Sola Banglawala from MAST in New Atlantis.
Wish somebody can save.
I'm
Oh, shit.
performing a geological
I missed
survey
that.
of the settled systems as part of a field research initiative. I flagged you down to see if you might have any rare geological samples to contribute. Of course, fair's fair. My research produces a lot of common inorganic materials, as I could also pay you if you'd prefer. I can't thank you enough. I'm in the... I understand. Thanks. I'm going to try my luck in another system.
Okay.
Sorry, this is taking longer than you...
Okay.
So, do you have any hobbies?
The fuck?
Oh, a workaholic. Personally, I have quite a... Maybe I shouldn't have let that slip at the office, huh? That's probably why...
Okay.
You ever hear the one about the geologist in the music shop? It's a good one. A geologist walks into a music store and asks the cashier, "Got any rock?" The guy looks him up and down and says...
Fuck. What was that about? I mean, speaking of which, I'm gonna save this shit. Because I finally figured out what to do. Alright, let's go to star map. So my main problem here is a big issue. It's fucking ammo.
Good to go for that.
Is there like a storage thing in here?
Hey, how are you?
Let's see. Is there a storage? There's a bed. Hatch. Research station. Ah. What about storage? No storage. Well, that's fucking lovely.
The non-zero chance that this planet once thrived with life. Amazing, isn't it?
Whatever you say. Right now, I'm not in the mood to... Oh. Sarah. I got stuck in a fucking... I'm stuck on a... Shit. What is this? I can't. Okay, it looks like a huge ass junkyard. The space junkyard. The vehicle's all cluttered with this. I wish you could slide in. Matter of fact, I got a new skill. path. Damn. What's this do? What the fuck? Hell no, that dude's like, oh, fuck out of here. Go. I'm making you save. Oh, I'm fucked up. My health is so fucked right now.
No certainty to the universe, you know. Once you really start getting out there, well, this is kind of turning to suggestions.
Pulling my leg again, right? No exaggeration this time.
Thing. Unicorn. Not kidding.
What? The mythical mare with the magic horn thing? Come on. Was King Arthur riding on it too?
Okay, it was more of an extremophile in the vague shape of a horse. But holy shit. You actually found me.
I wish I could say this is the first time this has happened with Barrett. But, well, it isn't.
Well, this is turning into a regular Constellation party, isn't it? I should have brought drinks.
Matsura the Grim here and I actually have a lot in common.
Both escape artists. Being captured by Sistef myself plenty of times.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Relativity. We're all just creatures of the universe trying to get away from what's after us. You know, it's actually been kind of nice. Matsura the Grim here is a great host.
No sense letting people's last moments be unpleasant.
See, that's what I like about you, Matsura. Real Renaissance man.
I have enjoyed our time together, Barrett. But I can't just let you go with nothing to show for it. Is Constellation willing to pay ransom in exchange for this man's freedom? You want me to end all this with nothing to show for it? I'm afraid that's not an option. I'm ready when you are.
Come on.
I'm not the one who needs to be. Enough!
Well, shit.
We do have some insurance set aside for this.
Does that mean you'll be paying me, Miss...
We don't need to be introduced. Here's your... And we would appreciate it if you could spread the word.
That's a fair point. but I can't
Do what you can.
Very well.
See you around, Metzer.
Damn it. Alright. Why do you keep getting stuck in these shitty situations? Yep, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. Just feels like I'm playing Fallout. Really am trying to like it. So far it's, yeah. Let me guess, I'm overweight again. No, I'm not.
Give the word and we'll get underway.
Anything I can do for you?
Glad to see you're back in one piece.
All right. Let's see what's
Retros firing. Orbit stabilized.
The lounge. You know, I need to find a. Just easy, like, hey, look, you know, here, there's a store. And so shit.
I am at your service, Captain.
Got a little held up on Vectera.
Barrett, you were worried sick.
Well, some of us were.
I see what you did there, Walter. And I know you've been secretly crying into your piles of money just waiting for my return.
Actually, Walter has been complaining about you more than usual, which is always a sign when he's worried.
Don't start, Contra.
Wait, is that? And to think the first artifact was taking up dust on the library shelf. Now look at them all. You feel it a bit, can't you? Ever since I found it. So hey, I'm still not 100%, plus I feel guilty dragging. Why don't I stick around? Help you get adjusted? You don't want to get dragged down in the gravity of my genius. I get it. Let me know if you... Do you need something? See you later.
I feel like I've been waiting my whole life.
I'm gonna go see if I can sell shit around here and go find a shop or something.
You see that scientist out in front of Mast, staring at trees, sounds upset? Whatever it is, it can't be that bad, right?
Maybe I'll try to join up with the Vanguard as well. Fuck it. Totally not. Waited a bit to this kind of Vanguard.
Please let me know if I may assist you. You won't find a larger array of Be my guest.
What if I want to sell my items? What the fuck? Well... I understand why some of this shit is like, hey, you want...
I'm glad you came in.
That's fucking horrible. Wasn't really trying to, but hey, why not, I guess.
Space shit. Then I realized my tank's struggling. I'm stuck.
Hey, Sarah's. Well, all right. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. And if you've got any questions...
By Vectera, by Vectera, by Vectera! Is it you? Captain of the frontier, Bane of the fleet. Then the day, but now that I know it's you, what are the but I changed my routine for one day, and here you are. It's almost... Are you saying I looked you up, tracked you down? Who'd be... Either way, it's such an honor. Hey, do you mind if I... What am I saying? You won't be disappointed.
If you don't have official business, we ask you remain in the lobby.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
The effort and planning it must have taken to evacuate literally the entire planet. Can you imagine? The logistics alone must have been mind-boggling.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more: independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
The result of the Centaurus Proclamation has always left me torn. So much conflict arose as a result. Was it worth it?
Oh, that shit looks cool. I like that. I want that so bad.
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Janan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade. The Freestar Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Freestar Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day. Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. For the next 23 years, thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir, Jarek, that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space.
See, definitely saving it. I don't want to have like a crash or anything because this game's still we're making progress, you know? I'm learning about the story and the process.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Narion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC xeno-weapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped, the Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
The colony war was a horrible conflict that irreparably ruined the settled systems. There were times I felt that it would never end.
Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nira. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nira remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
Why is there not a zoom option?
I really hope this is just a phase.
I can't stop staring at it. A real terramorph.
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies' war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day. After the devastation wrought by the colony war, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
I was a strong supporter of the Armistice. All of the terrible weapons that both sides used against one another. It had to end.
How much more is there?
It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be. No one is born a United Colony citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. The UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls mean citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. and only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
That sounded like the Fallout elevator, dead ass. I just heard it for a split second. They tried to hide it.
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber. Please enter the designated simulation pod. To initiate...
I've spent a fair bit of time in simulators just like these. They're startlingly realistic. Have fun.
This is the Mark 18 flight simulation chamber, applicant. Currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair. Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
New targets active.
Calculating intercept vectors.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2.
Shit, tier 2? What I'm gonna do is end this part here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna start another part.